Hey guys, Peter from Panda here. Just bought myself this TakLite flashlight. Wanted to do the unboxing here because I opened up the top and realized what it was. Just show you how it comes. Well packaged. First of all, you get an 18650 lithium-ion rechargeable battery, so that's nice. These things cost a few bucks, so it's cool that it's there. This is a warning card, general battery warning, etc., and get started some things here. And here's the flashlight. So the box isn't that big. Looks not dissimilar to a lot of the other flashlights, but one of the things that I have a problem with is that when I get something, I start wanting the biggest and baddest thing out there. And this TakLite TA-50 USB flashlight is supposed to be kind of redonkulously bright for its size. So first of all, it comes with a micro USB cable here, and that probably plugs in somewhere. Let's call it this little rubber cap that's protecting a micro USB port. So presumably you can charge this flashlight with the battery still in there. So the battery itself is a charger. When it's plugged in, there appears to be a blue LED behind the power light, which indicates that it is charging by blinking. And then you have this little bag of accessories. Let's see what's in here. It looks like it is a lanyard and then the manual. The bag also comes with a couple of extra O-rings here. So it does come with a lanyard that you could presumably put right through this little hole right there. So the easy way to do this, people ask me, how do you attach the lanyard? There's no opening. Well, you put it through like that, and then you put the thick end through the little end, and you just pull it through. So there you go. Not only is this about the TakLite flashlight, but for those of you looking to install lanyards, there's your tutorial. Now, the flashlight itself is not that big. It's kind of the size of a vertical foregrip or a bicycle handlebar. It's pretty thin, nice construction, pretty lightweight. I haven't put the battery in yet. And obviously black. Screw cap here on the back. Oh, and it's stiff. I can tell there's an O-ring in there. And it's greased up too, as you can see. Right there on the bottom. Nice, good thing there's some knurling there. The battery cap, etc. There is a nice, looks like stainless steel clip here. Pretty stiff. That should be nice to clip on your pocket or your shirt. Nice knurling and a couple of cutouts here on the handle part, so it kind of feels like a cap. You won't lose your grip on that. And then a rubberized button right there. And then the housing, you can see that LED bulb right in there. No, looks like this finning right here is for probably heat mitigation. Not zoomable or anything like that, but you do have a fairly substantial piece of glass protecting the bulb. But I wanted to show you on the back here that there's several different modes. You turn the flashlight on by holding down the power button for 1.5 seconds or 2 seconds, and then you toggle with a quick click. But there's at least 4 different settings here. Turbo, which looks like it's a little over 1,000 lumens. High, a little under 1,000 lumens. Middle, 240 lumens, and low at 75 lumens. And so I've been able to scroll through all of them, and we will show you those outside. And it also will show you here the battery length between 1 hour on high and 30 hours on low. I would say, just showing you as I turn it on here by holding it down, and it goes to high, that is freaking bright. And if I toggle through to the high setting, middle, and low, I think it's kind of called the turbo setting, but a couple things I want to point out here is I can feel the heat from the light, and it's starting to get a little uncomfortable now. The other thing I will say is on this high setting that, the fins here, which probably help with cooling, are probably necessary because right here it will say hot, and I did have this on for a minute or two, and this whole section, this part in particular, gets hot. I mean, it does get hot. So if you're going to use this on that, I guess called turbo, not high, setting, you're going to feel some heat, but it is stinking bright. So, like I said, you can almost use it as a hand warmer because I'm just rolling this over my fingers and it's getting warm. But, you're not using it to stay warm. You're using it to light your path. So let's go outside and see how bright this sucker really is. All right, so the sun's going down, guys, and I've got my TakLite out here with me. The cool thing about it is when you turn it on by holding the power button down, first thing I will tell you is that when you turn it off and turn it back on, it always comes back to the last setting that you were using, unless that setting was strobe. So in this case, even if I turn it down to the low power here, which you can see, which is really nice actually, turn it off and then turn it back on, it goes back to that low power, so it remembers your last setting. And then the quick tap scrolls it through. So that was the lowest power setting. Here's the 1080 lumens power, and man, this thing is freaking powerful. Like I said, you can feel the heat, but I mean, I can see way beyond that tree line. And look how awesome that sucker lights everything up. So pretty freaking awesome. This thing is wicked powerful, and I can already feel it heating up in my hand. And then we'll go to the lower power setting, and this is still a very bright flashlight, I'll be honest, man. I mean, still lights up trees even here in the distance, no problem. And you know, I would say in most cases this is the brightest setting that you would really need. You go to a little lower, and this would be perfect for your night hikes, maneuvering around camp. It gives you a pretty broad spread of light. It's still really useful. I would say it's kind of really useful for 20 to 100 feet out. I mean, this is kind of casts a nice even light. And then this lowest light setting, which it's hard to see here, whoops, get my hand out of the way, sorry about that, is great for up close and personal. Look at those New Balances, just like Steve Jobs. But this would be perfect for reading lamps, kind of maneuvering close quarters here, and then obviously if I double click here, I go to the strobe, and I'm not sure if the strobe. Well, strobe looks like it's kind of that medium light, so definitely a tactical type of feature there. So this TakLite is pretty awesome, man. This turbo setting is just redonkulous. Don't you agree? TakLite, a wicked, powerful, tiny flashlight. Peter Von Panda, out.